welcome to how to get organic growth in your Facebook group. So maybe you have started a group or you're thinking about starting one and you're wondering, how the heck do I get people in it? People who know me, people who like me, people who trust me, people who will want to become my customers. How do I do that in a way that feels really good and also is free, right? Maybe you're feeling like you're a little bit behind. Maybe you're feeling like you're not sure why some other groups are so big and yours isn't. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'd love for you to say hello and let me know, do you have a Facebook group? And if so, how many people are in it? Let's just share. We're all on this journey together. If we haven't met, my name is Christine McAllister, and I have a Facebook group called the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society, and it is highly, highly engaged. It's super unique, and it is full of women who support each other, encourage each other, and also many of whom become my clients. So I have really honed in on the systems and ways to build this group on autopilot. And those are the things that we're going to be talking about today, so that the people who join are people who fit right into the community. They come in, they stay in, they get to know, like, and trust me. They become a real part of the community. And the ones who are a great fit to work with me also become my clients. So let's talk about how you can do the same thing. I'm going to say hello as you all are typing in. Hi, Kim. Kim says she has 3 Facebook groups. Main one has 101 members. Awesome. Kim, thanks for sharing that. Ruth Ann, hi. She said, I have a group. I'm not sure how many people, maybe 20. Okay, awesome. Janine says, I have one with 67 people in it. Fantastic. Sherry says, hi, Christine. Hi, Sherry. My group has 75 women. I love it. Meryl says, I have a biz page and no group. Awesome, Meryl. Thanks for sharing that. Robin says, mine's very quiet. I'm really lacking great engagement. I just broke 200 members. Congratulations on getting 200 members. Hi, Sophia. Awesome, awesome. Jackie says, hi, and she does not have a group. Cool. So I think that what we're going to be talking about today is going to be relevant for you, whether you don't have a group right now, whether you have one and you want to grow it, or whether you ever intend to start one or not. Because these are things that you could take and apply to other pieces of your business as well. So let's dive in and talk about these super strategic tips for you to be able to grow your Facebook group organically. Because I've grown my group this way with absolutely no ads. Absolutely no ads. Beautiful. Sophia has a group with almost 2,000. That's awesome, Sophia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's talk about how to grow it even more and the things that you can control that will help you to help it to get seen by even more people, right? Because it builds the momentum, the algorithms build. But I want to preface all of this by saying, number 1, feel free to ask questions as we talk about this. Number 2, I want to say that I'm going to encourage you to pick one strategy to start with. You can come back and watch this later, but I would love to encourage you to pick one strategy to start with, because here's what happened when I started my group 2 years ago. There were so many options and so many ways that I was told I could grow my group organically that honestly, it felt really overwhelming to me. It felt like way too much work. I felt like I couldn't see where I was going to carve out the time to do all of that. And so I really didn't do many of them. And I want to encourage you to start with one, right? Because that's what's going to work really well for you, rather than feeling like you have to dive in and do all these things that we're going to talk about today. All of these have been things I've implemented over a period of time, right? And now it's just like second nature to me. But if you're looking for ways to grow your group organically, I encourage you to start with one and focus on that. Totally, Caitlin, start with one thing. So what are the ways I have actually grown my group, right? Not just like, what are all these ways you could? What are the things that have worked really, really well for me to grow a group of highly engaged, high achieving, motivated, supportive, encouraging women that really, really feels like a true community where everybody gets to know each other, everybody buys from each other. Yes, they buy from me as well, but it is a true community of incredible, amazing women, okay? the most important thing is that of all these strategies, not only start with one, but start with one that's fun, because that's going to be the one that works best for you, right? Not like, well, which one actually works the best from a strategic standpoint? They all work. That's why I do them all. But I want you to start with one that feels fun for you. If it feels like overwhelming or heavy, like don't do it, because it's not going to work, because you're not going to stick with it. Okay? All right, so first, find a way to make it fun. If you're not having fun with and in your group right now, don't grow it, because you're going to grow it and it's still not going to be fun. So find a way to make this fun, okay? Find a way to make this fun. One of the reasons that my group is kicking butt is because I have so freaking much fun in there. And like, if you're a part of it, you know that, right? I mean, you know, it's a blast. It's a blast. And so the leader sets the tone for the group. When I was a professor, I always knew that like on the first day of the semester of class, I would set the tone. So if I went in there like upbeat and clear and, you know, all of that, that's how the semester went. If I went in there nervous and uncertain and reserved, that's how the semester went. So like, remember that you set the tone. You set the tone for that group. So if you're not having fun with it, your people aren't either, right? So pick a organic growth strategy that is fun for you. What are the options? What are the options? All right. The first one that I really love and that you are totally welcome to mimic is to fix up your profile, your personal profile, with opportunities to join your group. Okay? You're welcome to look at my personal profile for how I've done this. Two main ways, because you can't directly link your group in your like about section, in your little bio section that's in the top left if you're looking on the desktop. But what you can do is you can create a cover image that that promotes the group. Okay? And so like I created a bit.ly link that's free so that you don't have to type out the whole thing. It's easy for somebody else to type, where they can click if they click on the title. But what I did is I created a cover that says what I do. It says business and success coach for high achieving women. And then it says, do you want to quit or stay out of your 9-to-5? Join the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society for free to learn how. And then it has a bit.ly link, bit.ly/Christine group that you can type in, or like if you click on this photo, there's a link to join there. Okay, so if somebody is creeping on my profile, which let's face it, like before you friend request someone, you're probably going to check out their profile, see what kind of stuff they post publicly, and see that public cover photo, and see that see your profile picture, get a feel for you, right? See if they can tell anything about you, what you're up to, what you do. So that's one great way, because even when someone mouses over you in a group, they're going to see your profile pop up. Like if I mouse over any one of you who've commented right now, I can see your cover photo and I can see your profile picture. I don't even have to click. So this is a great way to capture people. All right, so I encourage you to do that. Caitlin says she changed hers last night. Beautiful, Caitlin. All right, I'm going to roll over yours so I can see what it looks like right now. Oh, that's so nice. Everybody go check out Caitlin's. That's awesome. Equine business strategist turning horse business owners' equine obsessions into money-making dream businesses. Join the Savvy Cowgirl tribe to learn how. Boom. That's how it's done. Well done, Caitlin. Let's all congratulate her. Great example. Good job. Okay. Yay. Awesome. So create that cover photo, and then in the intro section of your bio, you can totally link up your business page. If you have a business page, you should do that, right? Like mine says, helping high achieving female entrepreneurs grow businesses at Life with Passion, page below, to like point people toward, hey, check out my page. And we're going to talk about how to tie that in just a second, since you can at this point only link a page, not your group there. But below that, you have the opportunity to do a featured photo or a multiple featured photos. Now what I did is I created a featured photo, just one featured photo that takes up the whole featured photo space, that promotes my group and my freebies. If you don't have freebies, but you have a group, promote your group there if you want people to join it, right? That's a publicly seen photo. It can be fancier than mine. It can be way less fancy. I've seen people with like super not good branding make this strategy work really well for them. It doesn't have to be fancy wherever you are in the branding process, scale, whatever. Just give people an idea of what it's about. And then below that, you can also link your group. You can put your group as a link that they could just click directly. So use that part of your intro, the featured photo part of your intro. And do that. Do you guys have questions about that? That's a really great, totally passive strategy. Fix up your personal profile. Fix it up. And use it to drive people toward your group. So if they are like, oh, wow, I want what she has, I'm going to join her group. It's a super easy ad, right? Like they don't even have to be your Facebook friend in order to see that stuff. Beautiful. I'm so glad. Thank you all for saying that. You love the group. Ruth Ann, Janine, and Meryl says, I love this group and your spirit and energy. Right back at you, Meryl. Thank you. Yay, Caitlin. Congratulations from Janine and Kim. Janine says, what if we have two businesses? Well, I mean, we're talking specifically about how to grow your group, right? So I would say, like, what group do you want people in right now? Because we know that what we focus on is what we get more of, and like we know we get momentum when we focus on one thing. So if you are getting amazing results in both of your businesses right now, Janine, I would say, like, and you have groups for both of them, then you could put two pictures to capture both people. But if you're not getting the amazing results that you want in both places, then I would say, like, where do you want to be getting the most results right now? What are you most excited about? That's where I would focus. That's what I would optimize my profile for. Beautiful. So that's tip number 1, is optimize your personal profile, okay? With the cover photo and the featured photo. Secondly, if you have a business Facebook page, how many of you all have a business Facebook page? Let me know in the comments. If you have a personal, if you have a business Facebook page, then I want you to pin a post to the top of that business Facebook page that links to your group. Okay? So if somebody is on my profile and they're like, I wonder what Life with Passion by Christine McAllister is all about, then, and they click on that page, and it takes them to the business Facebook page, the first thing they're going to see is, again, I have the cover photo to be my group, right? Because that's what I want to grow. And then the first post, which is pinned, which everyone's going to see if they hate that page, or hit that page, hopefully they don't hate it, is join the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society to get free trainings, motivation, inspiration, connection with other high-achieving women on the path to building businesses and lives filled with passion, okay? And then a direct link to my group. Like, that is going to drive people. If they don't get to any other places, if they don't get to any other posts on the page, that's fine. They're going to see my biggest ask, my biggest offer, free offer, which is join my Facebook group. Like, can't miss it, right? So all of you who are saying that you have Facebook pages or you want to create it, yes, Ruth Ann, Janine, Kim, Toyin, sorry if I'm not saying that right. I don't know how to say your name. Sophia and Jackie, pin your group to the top of it. If you have one, pin it to the top and tell people why they want to join. Like, give them a value proposition. Why do they want to be in there? What are they going to get for being a part of it, right? If you don't know that, you need to figure that out first and then give them a reason to join. Not just like, join my Facebook group because it's awesome and I'm cool and probably you are too, right? But like, what are they going to get, right? Specifically. So I've told them, if you want to quit or stay out of your 9 to 5, join my group to learn how. It's free. And then I've also told them they're going to get trainings, inspiration, motivation, connection with other high-achieving women. So I'm saying, like, if you're a high achiever, right, and you're going to be joining them on the path to building businesses and lives filled with passion, right? That's what you get when you join. If you're a part of the group, you know that's what you get, right? I'm very clear on the value proposition. This is how I connect with people. This is like my main strategy in my business. It's my main visibility strategy. It's how I give a ton of free value and connect with people, right? And let them get to know me and find out whether or not I'm the right fit to help them even more, right? Even deeper. And that is, there are plenty of people in the group who maybe just enjoy the group for free, but there are plenty of people who are like, man, Christine gives such good value. I want her eyes and her ears and her strategy specifically on my business, right? Because with this many women in the group, it stays pretty surface level, right? But I'm able to go, like, that's just how it goes in the group. Like, I give away my best stuff, but there's only so far you can go with people, right? When you have a highly engaged group. But if you're like, man, I really like her strategies, I like the way she works, like, then you can find out more about working with me. We're focusing specifically on organic growth right now, as opposed to engagement in the group, but I just want to mention that because, like, that's obviously the next step, right? That's, I don't sell a lot in the group at all, which is probably part of the reason that, well, I know it's part of the reason people love it, right? I'm not just like spamming you all the time. Nobody's spamming you. Yes. Okay, beautiful. So, Angie asks, do you put the group in the cover photo of your business page too? I do, Angie. I do. I know, here's my thinking. If people are on Facebook already, let's face it, you all are probably spending a lot of time on Facebook already, right? So, like, why not grow your group and have it be, like, strategic, more strategic, right? Obviously, you know that if you're watching this and you're here. But for me, this feels more strategic to me than, like, an opt-in. Certainly there are opportunities to grab one of my free trainings, but I'm like, if you're already on Facebook, come join my group and be a part of it. So that's what I do. Yeah. Okay. So that's number 2, pinned post on your Facebook page. Speaking of opt-ins, number 3, if you have an opt-in, put a link to your Facebook page on your thank you, or your Facebook group on your thank you page, right? So, like, I have opt-ins that are freebies, opt-ins, free trainings. One is called how to sorry guys, it's Friday. It's been a long week. I've been traveling. How to escape your 9-to-5 and create your success story. And the other one is top 5 ways to get your first or next client. If you choose to join either of those, and if any of you like want to see how I do this, and you're like, oh, I don't have one of those, let me know. I'll put the link in the comments. You can join and you can see how I do this. But, like, everybody comes to the page and they're like, okay, I want this free training, right? I want to learn how to quit my job, or I want to learn how to get my first or next client. So they put their name into my lead page and their email address, and that training gets sent to their email inbox, right? They join my list, and then they get redirected automatically to a thank you page that says, oh, it's so awesome. Like, that's going over to your inbox, but first, join me and connect with me personally in my free Facebook group, Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society. It's for high achieving women, right? And there's a very, very high conversion rate. It's kind of like, you know how people talk about like upsells, like, oh, they opted into something, like they're more likely to, buy something after they've been warmed up. Well, I don't sell people something right away. I want to give a lot of value first. But what I do is give them a free upsell. I give them the opportunity to connect with me even further, because chances are if they like that message, they grab that opt-in, they're going to want to join my Facebook group, and it's super easy. All they have to do is click and request join. So if you don't have an email list, don't even worry about this. If you do have opt-ins, add it to your thank you page. That's the action they can take after they join your list. Okay? Cool. All right. Kim says, in my opinion, I'd be driving people from your group to your website and get on your list. You never know, your group could disappear. I know people it's happened to. Totally, Kim. Totally. It does, yeah. And that's why, like, people join my group. They have the opportunity. They always get presented in a non-salesy way with opportunities to get my freebie, but it's a no-brainer if someone's already joined my list to get them over into my group, right? You got to think about like, where is the connection happening? Where is the connection happening? I'm in my group every single day. So I would say that the large majority of people who are in my group are also on my list. My list is certainly a lot bigger than my group, but the people who typically buy from me are definitely in my group and get to know me because I've made it a main strategy. Now, if my group went away tomorrow, would I be totally screwed? Absolutely not, because I have the list as well, but it's a great way for free to grow your business and get raving fans, testimonials, screenshots, all these other things that you do not get with a list, right? So they just each have a purpose. They just each have a purpose. And I think the point is like not to ever put all your eggs in one particular basket, but like to know what you're using as your main strategy. But yeah, definitely, absolutely, your list is the only thing that you can ever truly own in your business. But we're not doing this like from a place of fear, right? We're like, okay, we're just going to be strategic about it. It goes both ways. And definitely, I believe that, the way that I'm sort of more going to sell is from my list as opposed to in my group, where it's more about like people getting to know, like, and trust me. And if they know, like, and trust me, they're going to want to join my list and hear from me in their inbox as well. Hope that makes sense. I would say also that, what were we just talking about? Sorry. Yeah. So does that make sense? That strategy of like, if you have a list, definitely upsell them for free to the Facebook group. Free upsell, Facebook group. Hey, you got my thing. You liked it. Come over and connect with me personally. Right? Yep. Okay. Another thing that the next strategy that I would recommend, is, are you guys ready for the next strategy? Let me know. I'll take a drink. Jamie says she plans to create a Facebook page or for a business. Awesome. And she says this is so helpful. I'm so glad. Okay, cool. So the next way to get people to your group is to put it out there everywhere, right? So you all know that for me, the last year I haven't spent any money on Facebook ads. I have focused instead on free publicity, really strategic free publicity, and I've gotten like really, really good at getting it, right? Something that I help my clients with too, but like podcasts and guest expert interviews and articles and things like that. So like a lot of times I will mention or feature my group as part of that. I also have a link on my website where people can join that takes them directly to the group. So Jill Stanton, who is she and her husband own Screw the 9 to 5. The way she says it is, I just pimp it everywhere. I just pimp my group everywhere. Like I just talk about it all the time, right? Like you might, the technical term for this would be like backlinks, right? So, there are plenty of places on the interwebs where the show notes for a podcast or an interview or something, like people are like, how can you find Christine? You can grab her opt-in or you can join her Facebook group if you're a woman, and they have a link to it. So when you're being featured, talk about your group, right? Talk about it or put it on your website. Make it super easy to find. There are some even bigger groups that like aren't doing this. And I don't think it makes any sense. Like you go to their website and the name of their group is like kind of hard to remember. And you can't figure out like, who is this person connected to this group? I don't know. And it's frustrating because all you want to do is like, I love this girl. I love her stuff. I want to be in her Facebook group. And they don't have a link. They have a link to like their personal profile. If you have a group, make it super easy for people to find it, right? If you got a website, make sure it's on your website. And, do the stuff in your profile like we talked about. But like any publicity that you're getting, talk about how people can connect with you in your group. Jackie says, I think when you have a strong brand like you do, Christine, you wouldn't be screwed as I would find you if the group page went away. I love you, Jackie. Thank you. Yeah, but I think also like, let's say that you're, well, yeah, I mean, we're just not planning on like we're just not planning on any one strategy being the only way that you can grow your group, right? Like, we're just planning on how to get organic growth if it's something that you desire for your Facebook group. Cool. Ruth Ann says, how do you decide what content to put on your business page or your group? That's a good question, Ruth Ann. Honestly, I focus a lot more on my group than I do my page. Like, as you can tell, the pinned post on my page is to come join my group, right? Because I'm not spending money on ads. And I will say, like, I haven't spent any money on ads this year. My revenue's doubled. My client list has doubled. Like, my email list has grown. My group has grown. Like, everything is working, like, really, really well. And so it's not like, oh, I wish I was spending money on ads because I think that's what I need to grow in business. I'm just not allowing myself to. No, it's very strategic. And, like, also we know that business page doesn't get nearly as much engagement because of the algorithms, right? Now, I still post on my page, but it's not super often. Now, I know other people who have a different strategy, and that's totally fine. But usually, if your main strategy is your business page, you're using ads. So if you want to do this organically, certainly keep your page active, because that's since my group is closed, like, people have to approve them, right, to enter. That's a first impression for a lot of people, is your page. So you don't want it to be, like, have something, the last thing that you posted was last year, right? You want it to be current. But I typically am going to pull stuff from quotes from a live stream, quotes from a newsletter, quotes from a blog, quotes from an article, and put them up there a couple of times a week. I'm going to let people know if I've got something going on, like I've got the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway going on in the group, right? But I'm not... I just don't see a lot of engagement over there. And that's fine. It's also, like, not where I'm putting my attention, so I sort of wouldn't expect to. The group is where I put my attention when it comes to social media. And so a lot of times too, like, if something went really, really well in the group, I might put it over on my page. But does that help? Does that make sense? Does that clarify? Do you have further questions? Let me know. Joanne says, I have a Facebook group and engagement is 0. This will help spice things up. Awesome. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So that's the next tip, is pimp it everywhere, right? Like, talk about it. Let people know you're excited about it. I have a Facebook group. Another thing I want to mention is that this is something that I did a lot in the beginning when I had my group, because remember when I started my group, I had 0 members, right? I individually invited people I thought would be a good fit for it. I thought would get use out of it. So, like, some of my friends who I knew wanted to quit their jobs, some of my friends who, were my biz besties, some of my friends who maybe, like, were acquaintances or whatever, but that I thought would get value out of it, I sent them a PM. And I was like, look, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm up to. I'd love to have you be a part of it. If they know you already, if you have a relationship, chances are really good they're going to click join group, right? They want to support you. And also they might really, like, want to get value out of it. So don't be afraid to individually invite people. So at one point I went through, when I had a lot less Facebook friends than I do now, I went through my whole Facebook friend list and I just made a list. I just wrote out a list of all the people I thought would be a good fit for the group. And I started, like, I would do, like, 10 at a time, right? I just send, like, some PMs and be like, hey, Liz, I've started this Facebook group. This is what we're up to. And I think it would really help you because I know that one thing that you had talked about is XYZ. I'd love to see you there. Here's the link to join. So that can work really, really well too, individual invites. Ruth Ann says, yes, it helps a little. I did a live tip on my business Facebook page and forwarded it to my group and to my personal page. I got 2 new likes on my page from it. Awesome. So Ruth Ann, I think the question is always, what do you want the likes for, right? Like, for me, I'm not so concerned about the number of likes on my page, honestly, because, again, my main strategy is my group. I want people to join my group. I'm focused on promoting my group. That's where I engage with people. That's where I get customers from. That's where I build know, like, and trust. It's much more personal. Because of the way that I work with people, like, on a really deep level, they need to really get a sense for me as opposed to, like, a surface level stuff. But if you have a clear plan for, like, oh, well, these likes convert in this way, awesome. But I would say just always be really clear on in order to what? Like, does it matter that I have 2,000 likes on my business page? Not really. That number has been there that way for a long time. And it just doesn't grow that much. And again, I'm not doing ads, I'm not doing all the things, and we're talking about organic group posts here. But I would say when I'm deciding what to put which place, it's always in order to what, right? I know I want consistent engagement and commenting in my group, so I put a lot more content there. And there were times when I was posting a lot more on my page, I wasn't seeing a lot of engagement. It's not working for me, right? So yeah. Jackie said, yes, that helps. I was just going to ask about why not just have a business page. I don't know about the Facebook algorithms. Seriously. Think about creating myself a group. Yeah. You know what though, Jackie? The thing is that the groups okay, so here's what happened. Originally when Facebook for Business started, everything was free, right? And so ads weren't really a big thing. I've been on Facebook since 2004, right after it started. Baylor, when I was in grad school there, was one of the first schools that had access to it because one of the there was an alum who was one of the first employees. And so I've seen this whole transformation. And then of course I did online marketing, before Facebook ads and once they were introduced and all this stuff. But here's what happened. Once Facebook started introducing Facebook pages for business, they showed your stuff to everyone. Everyone got to see stuff. And then they had their IPO and they had to start answering to shareholders. And so they created this algorithm to basically only show it to a certain number, maybe 10% of your people, maybe even less, right? Unless you boost posts, unless you spend money on ads, right? In order to show a profit. Then everyone moved to groups because they're free, right? And you have this audience. Sorry, I have a hair. And then you have this audience. But now Facebook, of course, is oh, duh, everyone moved to groups. Now they're prepping to monetize groups as well. They're prepping to, and some groups already have the option to boost posts, meaning they're going to start decreasing, some visibility as well. However, not a reason not to do them. They're still very much a commodity. They're still very strong. They're still completely working. So just saying obviously, as I talk about all the time, there's no one right strategy for everyone. There's no one right cookie cutter. There's a lot to growing, engaging, and monetizing a Facebook group, something I work with my clients on. And then I'm happy to talk more with you about what that might look like if you're interested. But the point is, if a Facebook group is something that you desire and you want to do, then this is how you can use it. Does that make sense? How do I get a link for my Facebook group? I don't know. Your link is just what you go up into the top of the profile, or the browser and copy. If you want to create a separate one, bit.ly, like I created, that's just creating, a bit link, which you go to bit.ly. It's bit.ly.com. Go there and you can set up a free account if you want to create a separate link than the one that's facebook.com/group/ the name of your group. Okay. Kim says they've been on Facebook for 10 years and in the beginning it was easy to get fans. Now you must pay to play. Kim, like I said, I don't pay to play and I play. So you don't have to pay. All right. All right, cool. So we talked about doing individual invites. The next thing that I want to talk about, and this is something that I did just a couple months ago. There's Pogo's tail and behind in the background. Is your group name. Super important. You will notice that if you go to my group, and you guys tell me if you were around when my group name changed, or if you are new since it changed. This would be interesting. I'd love to hear in the comments. So, my group name used to be the same as my business name with one word additional, and you can look at the group, you can look at the URL and see that it used to be called Life with Passion Society. It's a permalink, right? It used to be called Life with Passion Society. The name of my business is Life with Passion. However, I decided that I was going to make it keyword heavy to help people find me in organic search, because Life with Passion Society doesn't tell you anything. I could be selling passion parties. You know what those are, right? Where they sell sex toys. People don't know. People don't know what that means, right? Still the name of my business. I love the name of my business. It's super aligned. If you know my story, you know that the documentary I created about horses and about living a life with passion, 2005 for PBS, that won a bunch of awards was called Life with Passion. Then when I decided to start this business, I realized that was the perfect name for it because I'm all about helping you create a life and a business that you're passionate about, right? That's one of my core values. However, I realized it was time to shift the name of the group from Life with Passion Society to the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society, because what that tells you is it's for people who want to be passionate about their work or who are passionate about their work. It's not just about, like, I get this question a lot, do you have to be passionate about your business in order to be able to run it? Well, my answer is no, but if you're not, like, that's not, you're not a good fit for our community or to work with me, right? Like, some people are just like, oh yeah, I run this business or I run that business, and, you know, I have a fast food franchise and I don't really care about, you know, XYZ type of food. Cool. That's cool. Like, that's totally great, but that's not my people, right? I got to be doing work I love, super aligned. That's who my clients are. That's who is part of this group as well, right? That's who I support. So passionate and profitable, right? We're all about making money, right? Doing something that we're passionate about. And entrepreneurs, right? We're entrepreneurs. We're becoming entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs. We have a dream of becoming entrepreneurs, whatever. So those 3 words right there say what this group is about. And so what I did, and yeah, a lot of you are around since the beginning. Meryl says, yes, she's been here the whole time, here before the change has Sherry. Caitlin says, I feel like I've been here since almost the beginning. I love that, Caitlin. I love having you here be an OG, right? And Kim was here. Awesome. Yeah, so what I did is I came up with some options, and then I let the group pick. I let the group vote, because it's your community, right? If I'm changing the name of your community, I want you to be a part of it. So everybody voted, and the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society was the winner, and so it became the name of this community. And it helps me get found more. It helps the group get found more in organic search. So people are searching for entrepreneur, they're searching for profit, like any of those types of things. This group is a lot more likely to come up than when it was called Life with Passion Society. Also, if they see the name of it, like in a sidebar suggested, they're going to know what the group is about a lot more quickly as well, even if they're not searching for it. Does that make sense? So is your group name descriptive enough for someone to know in 3 words if it's for them or not? If not, you might want to think about changing it. All right? So that's a tip. Another tip is make friends in other groups. Make friends in other groups. Go engage in other groups. Post in other groups, right? And then if you're making friends, you're forming genuine interactions, those people are going to creep on your timeline, and they're going to see it optimized for your group. And they're going to come over, and they're going to join, right? Sweet. And also, if you actually become Facebook friends with them, they're more likely to see what you post in your group as well as in other groups where you are mutual members. Questions about that strategy? All right, another thing that you can do for Facebook organic growth. You guys, we are talking about so many tips here. So many tips, right? I've been talking for 43 minutes about tips, 38 minutes actually. Is to provide a group-only challenges or live trainings or giveaways. So I've totally built my business or built my group by giving challenges that only happen in the group, by giving, doing trainings, master classes, webinars, giveaways, like the 12 days of Christmas. This is the second time that I've done that. You gotta be a member of the group to get access to it. So people have to join in order to enter to win, in order to get the material, in order to get the information. The other thing that I've done is given away when I run my Maeve's Mission contest, right? To give away my 6-month coaching package in honor of my daughter Maeve. And you have to be a part of the group to join, to enter that, because I want to really get to know you. I want you to be able to share and be visible and all of those things. And the space to do that is in the group. So you could think about running a 5-day challenge. You could think about doing a giveaway. You could think about doing some lives that are exclusively in the group. And people have to get in order to have access. Kim says about the names, that's why I use clicker training horses and part of my title. I knew people were searching for this keyword. Genius. Yeah, super strategic, Kim. And Janine says, these are fantastic tips. Christine, I will be watching this again. Thank you for sharing that, Janine. I really worked hard, and you can see me clicking over. I have my notes in a Google Doc. I wanted to make sure I covered this great information for you guys because it's such a broad topic. There's so much to it, and these are the ones that worked for me, that have worked for me and continue to work for me and get people requesting to join the group every day. Caitlin says, I've been playing with doing a live teaser video for the Savvy Cowgirl show that instructs people to join the group for the full training as another example to ponder. Yeah, I love that. I love that, Caitlin, on your business page. I love that. Yeah, I mean, video, Facebook loves video. We all know that. And so doing that, I think could be, and you love video, so that could be super perfect for you. Beautiful. Now, the other thing is the more that you grow, of course, the more effort you put into this, the more people you get joining, the more, mutual friends someone has who are in a group, of course, the more it's going to get shown, right? So once you hit a certain threshold, that group is going to keep getting promoted on autopilot by Facebook because other people are joining. It's active, all that stuff. Facebook's going to go, oh, maybe you'd want to say to somebody, oh, maybe you want to join this. A bunch of your friends are in it, right? You've seen all those suggestions on the side before. So that happens as well, and people are going to find you that way. Here's the thing. Let's recap these tips that we've talked about for organic growth for your Facebook group. We talked about fixing up your profile with a cover photo and a featured photo. We talked about putting a pinned post on your Facebook page. We talked about offering it as a free upsell after someone opts in to join your list. We talked about pimping it everywhere. Thank you, Jill Stanton. We talked about making individual invites to people you think would be a great fit but who aren't yet part of it. We've talked about updating your group name to make it more searchable and findable. And we've talked about making friends and connections in other groups who are then going to creep on your timeline and lurk on your timeline and maybe join because your timeline's optimized. Now, these are tips for organic growth in your Facebook group. The next pieces are obviously getting engagement, right? I know some of you mentioned I have 0 engagement or engagement's really low, right? We don't want to throw a bunch of new people into the group and then still have 0 engagement because that's not going to work, right? It's quantity, not quality. And then we also want to not only know how to engage, but also to monetize without being pushy, without being salesy, so that people are coming to you, right? Attraction marketing rather than putting all these posts out about you have to buy, do this, do that, right? If you're involved in my Facebook group, that is not how I roll. And I still get PMs of people going, I need to work with you. People booking calls, right? What are the options for working with you, right? And I really don't sell that much. But yeah, of course, I run a business, I desire and do work with my clients and have paying clients. And the majority of them do come from the group. So, because I funnel them there, right? It's a great way to get to know me and know what I'm about. So engaging and monetizing are the next steps. This is something that I can help you with. The Clarity, Confidence, and Clients Half-Day Intensive is a great fit for this. If you are wanting to go deeper, if you like these tips, if you want my help with whatever's going on for you and your business and your group, not only to go and get growth, but to know that that growth is going to work, turn into quality leads, run your group with excitement, know what to say to people, how to get engagement, and how to turn that engagement into dollar bill, y'all. The Half-Day Intensive is a great fit for you. If you want to check it out, I'm going to drop a link here. Because like I said, this is a really important part of the puzzle because you got to have people in your group to get started, right, with any of this. But then the next pieces are super, super important to be aligned on and strategic on as well. And again, different groups, different target audiences, different members, different people want different things differently. And if you want my help to figure out what those things are, then check out the Half-Day Intensive. You can read about it. We can book a free call to talk about it. But this would be a great fit for you to create a 90-day plan for engagement, growing your group, use these tips. You're growing your group now because you're going to use these tips. If you want engagement to skyrocket with all these new members that you have, and you want to monetize it to learn exactly how to get clients from your group without making your group super salesy and pushy and like annoying, and where it still stays fun for everyone, check out the half-day intensive, the half-day Skype intensive. I'm booked out for December. But I've got spots in January, and I've got time to talk about getting your group started off on the right foot, right? So you could start implementing these tips right now and start getting those new members. And then in a half-day incentive together, we can talk about exactly how to get the engagement you want and exactly how to monetize and get those clients so that people are reaching out to you and you're not pushing things on them. Beautiful. So Kim says, I love your group, Christine. There's so many supportive women, and you certainly lead by example. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, I love it too, obviously. I love you all. Caitlin says, thank you so much for the great tips, Christine. You're so welcome, Caitlin. Thank you for that feedback. Angie says, thanks for the great tips, Christine. You are welcome, Angie. Thank you for letting me know that they were helpful. Krista says, thank you so much. Great tips. Awesome. Meryl says, the thing I was thinking about is the group leader has to do things in the group all the time to keep people wanting to be in the group. Absolutely, right? But also, like, I can step away from the group, and my group members are so engaged. They're posting their stuff. They're commenting on other people's stuff. Like, it's a very engaged community, and so that's certainly intentional. And at the beginning, for sure, you want to know exactly how to engage with clarity to get that additional engagement, to encourage people to come back. Like, all this stuff is so important. Or if your group is feeling dead right now, right? And definitely things that I can help you with, because I don't spend all day every day in my Facebook group. I got a lot of clients I'm working with, right? I got other things to do. I got a baby, I got dogs, I got this stuff, right? I got horses. I'm not sitting in front of my computer 24/7. I spent the week in Nashville with my family, you know? But there's a way to do this that doesn't suck up your life, and that's what I want to help you do. Kim says, great tips. Thanks, Christine. You're so welcome, ladies. You're so welcome. If you're watching this on the replay, say hello, ask your questions. I'll come back and answer them. I've got coaching calls to get to, my friends, so I'm going to go do that now. Hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend if you're watching this live. Let me know. Come back to the group and let me know what tips you're doing and what, like, actually, I'd love for you, if you're still watching this live, like, what one tip are you, or on the replay, what one tip are you going to implement right now? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you're going to go work on doing right now. Okay? I'm looking forward to hearing what you're going to go implement. By writing it down, you're a lot more likely to go do it. And congratulations to Caitlin for being ahead and already having done this. Way to go, girlfriend. Have an awesome day. Awesome day. Let me know what tip you're going to take away from this and implement to grow your group right now in the comments. And I'll talk to you soon. Yay! Okay, I'm just going to finish reading these comments. All right. Janine says she learned so much and these are so immediately actionable. Yes, exactly. You're so welcome, Janine. Meryl says this has been great. Awesome. Jackie says thanks for today's Facebook group tips. You're so welcome. Ruth Ann says thank you for this training. I'm going to do a pin post leading people to my group. Yes, you are. I love that. Ruth Ann. Kim says I'm thinking about having some other experts do a Facebook Live in the group as long as they align what I do. I love that. That's super fun. You can interview them, right? So that your people still are seeing your face if you want. So you're kind of like curating it, right? You're bringing people in. I love that. Beautiful. All right, ladies. I look forward to hearing what the rest of you are going to do. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.